I'm Charlene Stevens. Welcome to Council Update. Today we're going to be talking about the business subsidy policy. Joining me is Councilmember Dave Thiede.
Hi.
Councilmember, one of the goals of our strategic plan was to update our business subsidy policy as part of our goal of positioning the city for growth, and that was something that came before the council at the last meeting.
Yeah, it is, and we're always looking at ways to attract good businesses into town, and it's always good to kind of have a policy or some principles by which you want to do your selection of the companies that you'd like to have in town, and so what this does is it's got some like statute stuff in it, and also some just good to have stuff in it, and talks a little bit about establishing like a wage floor and number of jobs and things like that, so that it really kind of gives our economic development group and so forth like some guidelines or policy, as it's called, to kind of really seek out some of those companies that we'd like to have in town.
Yeah, and the city's Economic Development Authority, the EDA, had some input into that process along with city staff, and it also helps city staff and even developers and potential businesses to understand what the city and city council are looking for and what we're willing to maybe support with some funding and what we're not, and it kind of helps clear up some of that and makes sure that maybe businesses or potential businesses don't maybe waste their time or their efforts if they're not going to meet the criteria, or they understand that there won't be any financial support for their business by the city council. So that's helpful. It helps kind of, as you said, kind of weed out and set some of those criteria, and help staff to make sure that what we're bringing forward with projects kind of meet the council's stated goals of jobs and wages, and even some certain types of industry that we want to see, or like such as retail or entertainment or manufacturing, and expanding some of our job base.
Right, and while we really encourage businesses to come and come to Cottage Grove, we just can't afford to give them everybody all the freebies they want, right?
Yeah, so it does help us determine which projects would be eligible and might be eligible for public assistance and such. So for more information about the business subsidy policy, contact Economic Development Director Christine Costello. Thank you, Councilmember Thiede.
You're welcome.